Peace be upon you and God's mercy and blessings. Welcome to you all on a new day, which is the second day of the training on static and animated infographic applications in e-learning. Yesterday, we spent about 2.5 hours on an overview and got to know the most important websites we can use, creating infographics and exporting media. Noted useful programs. Today, let's use examples from our websites. Start with the color site, then infographic, and finally, a mind map program. Use Adobe Color to choose colors as shared. To start, I'll share my screen so that we can create mind maps and concept maps. If you allow me today, let's start by taking examples from the websites we've worked on. We'll begin with the color website, then gradually move to the infographic site, and then work on one of the programs related to mind maps and concept maps. Now, if I come to you and say that we will take as an example one of the color programs, which is Adobe Color, so we can choose colors through it, as I shared with you in the group. To start working on it, please allow me to begin by sharing my screen. I will now share my desktop so that we can start together in explaining the Adobe Color interface and how to work with Adobe Color. If I come to you now and say that we will take as an example one of the color programs, which is Adobe Color, a powerful tool for designers and artists, so we can choose colors through it. It allows users to explore and create color schemes, and we can use it to enhance our design projects, as I sent you in the group. As I mentioned earlier in our group discussion, to start working on it, please allow me to begin sharing my screen. I will now share my desktop so that we can start together in explaining the Adobe Color interface and how to work with Adobe Color. Adobe Color is part of Adobe. Subscription is optional. Sign in for access. It's part of Adobe company. The screen is visible. Sign in from the top for Adobe. I will sign in as if logging in. If you have an Adobe account, benefit from Adobe Color. Adobe has a category for colors. Choose colors to work with. We took a picture to extract colors. The color wheel is here. Choose your color mode, like RGB. Most working electronically with us on Blackboard use RGB. It's like I'm logging in, like subscribing, and this subscription is for Adobe itself. So if anyone has an Adobe account, they can benefit from Adobe Color because the color subdomain is within Adobe. Adobe is a large company and has a category dedicated to colors and color selection. Now, I want to choose the colors that I will work with. Do you remember yesterday when we took a picture to extract its colors? For example, we have that here. It's available, of course, but initially here we have the color wheel. You can choose your color mode, whether you want RGB or something else. Most of the people working in electronic work with us on Blackboard will be using RGB. We saw it when we published our images on Blackboard yesterday, and they contain the colors we want. Do you remember yesterday when we took a picture to extract its colors? For example, we have that here. It's available, of course, but initially here we have the color wheel. You can choose your color mode, whether you want RGB or something else. Most of the people working in electronic work with us on Blackboard will be using RGB. We saw it when we published our images on Blackboard yesterday, and they contain the colors we want. So this color wheel gives you colors that are somewhat contrasting and close to each other. We saw it when we published our images on Blackboard yesterday, and they contain the colors we want. This color wheel gives you colors that have some contrast and are somewhat close to each other. So you can choose the colors and use them together. So for example, this is a set of colors. As long as you move like this in a smooth and consistent manner, you can change and you can adjust and modify your colors and create new colors. That's great. Very nice. We also have, thank you. The color scheme comes from the image we took from another site yesterday. I said if you want to take the colors that are present in a specific design, and you select it by choosing the image, it will pick the most popular colors that are present in that design. If you don't like it, if you're not satisfied, you can click on that image, choose a different one, or you can drag the slider. I mean, you might say, this color doesn't appeal to me. I find it unattractive. Yeah, I think it's really excellent because it has taken the most important colors that are actually present in the design. But you can say, no, I want to replace that color with a lighter shade of it. What about this? Can we take a darker area? Because it has taken the most important colors that are actually present in the design. But you can say, no, I want to take a lighter version of that color instead. What about this? Can we take a darker area like this and then move to the next color and take a lighter shade of it? What about this? Can we take a darker area? So I come to the next color, and then I move to the third color. You have two colors. For example, if I come to the third color, I will take a lighter color and lighter. Then I will come to you. You have two colors here, this color and that color. So I can basically come and take this color. Then this color is in my hands. I mean, I can even look at the colors of the Qasim University logo, and I can follow that to choose the colors. The colors inside depend on what appeals to me. Even the black color, I ignored it. Why? Because the text color is present here. And in the white color, I mean, besides white and black, you have other color shades that you can utilize. So when I changed these colors a bit, they became two similar shades. The colors inside are according to what I can see, even black. Why did I ignore it? Because the color written here is present and in white, meaning other than black and white, you have other color shades that you can use. I changed the colors a little, but they are close together. So I can you take this color, sorry. So can I take this color in a lighter shade? For example, it brought me a set of colors that I can use and work with. Now I can save this color palette, but it tells me to do it in Adobe. And honestly, I don't want to. I just want to utilize and get the colors I want. Of course, the color that is being selected for you, you can vary the colors. Can you choose? Dark colors. You can take dark shades, and you might also take light colors. You choose until you find the colors you need. If you want any color point, you just click on it to select it. Key is the color code that you have. You can copy it from the left side. Where to use this code? Anywhere, let me show you. You choose all the colors. So you select as much as you can until you find the colors you need. In any case, if you want any color point, you just click on it to select it. The important thing here is the color code that you have. You can copy it from the left side, but it should be in a clipboard. Where will I use this code? In anything. Let me open a program, for example. I mean, I'm working, for example, with, why do you write with a specific color or set a background? You have these colors here. This is the color you want to write with. You have a project and you want to write this. So you take this, you just click on it. All right, I have the writing color here. So you can go to the settings menu, navigate to the display options, and go to custom. And here you have different colors available for selection, because here it tells you the various shades and hues you can choose from to customize your interface appearance, the RGB. As for what you took over there. Thank you. Oh, the situation is completely different, right? So there's a slight difference here, so you have to rely on it. In the case of talent, we had seen websites that give you 3 values before. So here is the case of the writing color. As for Word, there's also the external color. And if I told him more RGB for yourself, then you need the. So to work here, you need to tell it, I want. So the color you choose to work on can be from the color wheel. And you can do that here. Look at the color values we have. And you look down there. Do you take the, how much is the color better for me? She likes the color. It works better for me. but that doesn't mean it's not available. No, it's there. I mean, if I want the color to be a bit lower, you just go down a bit. It was like this. So you went down and opened it and got the